I apologize. My connection got lost and my game cut out, but I wanted to see if I could get anything special at the very end after all the music and credits are done. So I apologize about the interruption.
Did that all really happen?
Yes, but some of the details have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
When can I go to the stars?
One day, my sweet.
What will be there?
Anything you can imagine. Our galaxy has billions of stars. Each of those stars could have many worlds. Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Tell me another story about the shepherd.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
I'm back. All right, I don't really care. Oh my god. I was going to talk about my thoughts about the endings, but then I got really hungry. But I find, like, the solution that the AI intelligence is talking about to be highly flawed for several reasons, because I study a lot of paleontology and biology and life in general. And one of the reasons it's flawed is because um, evolution doesn't actually give the best solution to extinction. It only gives better ones, meaning there's no best possible solution to extinction, as the AI was talking about. And while it did consider other options, it didn't actually really want to do any other options. It thought most of those were flawed.
Commander.
Whoa, Edie's still here.
Maximum dynamic pressure is approaching. Throttle down for minimal resistance.
Thanks, Mom.
If that is how you categorize me, I will tell you to stop slouching.
And the thing about it is that the whole solution is flawed. Maybe in the first cycle it was a arguably logical solution, but in the other cycles it wasn't, particularly when the Reapers and the others started experimenting on life, because then they were dictating how it should evolve in the galaxy, which is kind of the synthetic one, but a little bit extra steps. And that was giving us, I feel like the AI had confirmation bias, and the sample size it took, even though it had billions of years, was tiny to make a huge decision like that. That's I think I'm missing like only a little bit of the stuff that I need. But the thing about it is that that flawed principle and the confirmation bias and the bad science it was using, even though it was created to moderate the organics and synthetics, really destroyed the galaxy several times over, creating the cycle that lasted billions of years. That was bad. It's extremely bad. And I don't want to go back to that, because the fact the machine thought that was the only solution for billions of years, not considering how evolution works, how extinction works, and so forth, is very flawed. And as you can see, I made the Reapers go extinct, so is exactly as I thought it was. There is no actual right answer when it comes to the solution of extinction. There's only better ones, because it's constant self-improvement, constant improvement. And those who can't adapt quickly to changes in their environments don't survive. The reason why the Reapers survived for so long was because they weren't adapting to changes in their environment necessarily in every case, but they were changing the environment itself so they could survive, which is what they were doing with the Elusive Man and the Control ending, and the reason why he was indoctrinated in the Prothean scientists in the last cycle. And if you keep doing that, bad things happen, and it's not good for life, or like planets get destroyed and so forth. And as you can see, it was disastrous for billions of years. They only changed a little bit, but not in the areas they needed to be. So when problems arose, like the ending with the Crucible, they couldn't adapt to quickly to changes in their environment to survive like evolution dictates, so they went extinct, and that's how I feel about them. They're inferior. And flawed, and their reasoning is flawed. And I think they were kind of created, like, they did upgrade themselves, I guess, but most of the time they didn't actually do upgrades like the Geth did, as they weren't evolving. Because the problem with synthetics is they have to constantly self-improve by themselves. Like, it doesn't happen organically like it does for organics, I guess you could say. It doesn't happen like invisible. For us, it's invisible when we evolve. And our genes are changed by the environment and so forth. With them, they have to constantly get upgrades. I don't think they've gotten a lot of upgrades. I think they mostly upgraded life to dictate how life should evolve, which is what you see with the Reaper troops. And I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that. The machines don't need to be playing God at all. They need to be put down. And even though I used to consider the Control ending the better end, like the second best ending, or I used to be divided between Control and Destroy, I now think Destroy is the best ending and the Synthesis is the second best ending, even though I hate Utopias, because I can't really see... I just can't see this happening. Even though the Star Child said that they tried to do Synthesis before, and failed. Organics weren't ready. I'm not certain how they failed, so I don't know all the details. And I'm not sure if upcoming games are going to expand on those details when it comes to Mass Effect lore. But I don't necessarily agree with Synthesis either, because it is forced and nobody gets a choice. And everybody's upgraded into being half organic, half synthetic. And I'm not comfortable with life being like that, because evolution likes to create life that's pretty unique, that evolves in certain environments and so forth. And being half synthetic kind of puts a damper into that, don't you think? So I don't like that either. But it's better than Control, because Control was something the Reapers came up so they could survive. And while you can get all their knowledge and stuff, you'll never be human again. It'll be like an AI program like the one in the Citadel. And I'm not comfortable with that, because they're very flawed. And if you think about how the Reapers are produced, where they have millions of, if not billions, of organic races all in their core, then it's completely unethical. I don't see why we should reuse them. Sometimes I'm like, well, waste not, want not, but in this case, I feel like it's already been wasted. I feel like they've wasted life for billions of years, experimenting on it, dictating how it evolves, because even Sovereign says in the first game, you evolve on the pathways we desire, or something like that, or it grows on the pathways we desire. So they even admit to their own confirmation bias, which is bad science, and I'm not going to listen to it. So they're going to get destroyed. I don't even care anymore. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching the playthrough. If you watched all the videos, thank you for watching all the videos. Give me a like, a subscribe, a comment. I'm cool. I'm down with it. Down with everything. All right, and I'll see you guys later.